Data subjects are you and I whenever our data is collected by a data controller. Anybody who decides to collect our details to achieve a specific purpose or to run a business or to give us a service, they become the data controller. We are the data subjects. What are the rights of data subjects when their data is collected for any specific purpose? Data subjects have a right to be informed. The right to be informed is where an organization or institution or data controller has to explain their rights of existence and their rights to collect your data to you. In other words, we call it their legitimate grounds. Is there a law backing the collection of the data? Is there a specific reason why they are collecting the data? What is the data going to be used for? Who is it going to be shared with? How is it going to be stored? Where is it going to be stored? Who is going to have access to the data? What is the frequency of access? When will they access the data? How long will they hold the data? Then when will they finish using the data? And how will they get rid of the data when the project or when the purpose is achieved? Is the data going to be kept forever? Or is it going to be given back to the data subject? Or is it going to be deleted? These are big questions for data subjects that must be answered to keep them informed. And that is a right that data subjects have under the law. Data subjects have the right to object once they know what you hold and how you are holding and how you're processing it. All the actions that you perform as a data controller on the data that you hold is defined as processing. Processing involves viewing, saving, any activity on the data, storing, sharing, distributing, deleting, updating. It's all part of processing. So data subjects have a right to be informed about how the data is to be processed. Once you inform data subjects, they have a right to object to the processing if they are not happy about it. If they're happy about it and they allow you to process it, it is called consent. Consent is not just you assuming that a data subject is happy. These days, the law and the international best practice requires that you obtain explicit consent. This is the unambiguous affirmative action given by the data subject to assure you that you can carry on processing the data to achieve their purpose. This affirmative action may be given with a signature or some statement or a tick on an online form, for example, that tells you that you are able to carry on processing. But for consent to be acceptable, it has to be enabled with transparent, full detail of what you are going to use the data for. The document that you can provide to the data subject to explain what you are using the data for to keep them informed is called the privacy statement. This you can upload to your website that explains the who, what, why, when, how of the data to the data subject. Or it can be appended to any forms that are issued at the point of collection. If you haven't enabled this privacy statement, then your processing of personal data is not transparent enough. Even if you have legitimate grounds, you have to enable fair processing by adding a privacy statement that ensures that there's enough transparency for the data subject. And that is how you ensure that you're keeping your data subject informed.